meal prepping some homemade turkey burgers with some shredded Brussels sprouts. Now I've had these in for 10 minutes and I flipped them. They're not close to being done, but as you can see, they got a little cook to them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them back on for 20 more minutes. This is at 350 degrees. And when it gets down to about 5 to 10 minutes left, I'm gonna use my digital thermometer. If you don't have one, I recommend getting one. I'll leave my link in the bio to Amazon where I got this. I think it was about $10. But ground turkey should be 165 degrees. You get one of these bad boys, you simply put it in there and you can see we're only about 103 degrees. Now for this meal prep, all I did was take 3 pounds of ground turkey. I had Butterball, even tells you right there, cook 165 degrees. And so this would make 12 4-ounce servings at 112 grams. What I did was I put all 3 pounds in here. I used about a tablespoon of each dash salt-free flavoring, garlic and herb, soft with chipotle. And then I just added a little hint of some Italian, some cardamom, ground mustard, and some oregano to give it a little bit of flavor. You can put whatever you want in it. Adding some organic, doesn't even have to be organic, but some ingredients like this is great because there's no sodium and there's no calories. I also added a little bit of Himalayan salt and some pepper. And then what I did was I'm doing, as you can see, 8 burgers instead of instead of doing 12 at 4 ounces or 112 grams, what I did was I seasoned everything, put it in here, and then I simply put my scale to 0 and I put 168 grams on here and rolled each one into a ball, made it into a patty, and put it into this microwave safe dish. Now, you can use a pan spray like this, I recommend. If you would rather have vegetable oil or avocado oil, coconut oil, something like that, you can use whatever. But I like to use this because it's 0 calories. And for natural bodybuilding and being a personal trainer and getting my nutrition certification, I'm trying to keep my calories low. But you can also put some onions or whatever else you want in here to season these things that make them taste not as bland. And then what I'm doing to make it easy is I got 2 bags of Brussels sprouts here. So while I'm waiting for these to get done cooking, I'm gonna put these in here, measure. These have about roughly 2.5 servings. I'm gonna make 6 meal preps because I haven't ate tonight, so the other 2 burgers I'm gonna eat. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these in here, which I'll show you, and see how much they weigh, and I'm gonna break it down to 6 while I'm waiting for these burgers to finish. Turn on your scale, make sure it's zeroed out. What you wanna do is you wanna put your, whatever you're weighing on here is zeroed out again. Like I said, I'm gonna weigh both these bags in here, see how much I got, and break it down into 6. So I got 508 grams. So that's roughly about 85 grams. So what you want to do, put another container on here. I already zeroed it out. Make sure you zero out the scale. And just add until you get 85 grams. and repeat until you do all 6. I'll take a little bit out of here. Yes, I'm using my hand, but these are my meal prep, and it's a lot easier. So 84, that's close enough. Yeah. So there's one. All right, so there's the 6 meal preps of Brussels sprouts ready to go. Just waiting for these burgers to get done. They're still got a little ways. As you can see, I flipped them again. I flipped them a little premature, but it's about 128, so we got about 25 more or so degrees. So, and that's what I was talking about, not having to spray. As you can see, they're not sticking, and it's already got some moisture in there from the water and whatnot, from the meat. So that's another great thing when you're doing low fat, is you don't have to worry about a lot of stickness. So you really don't even have to spray if you don't want to, unless you're using a different type of baking dish or whatnot. But as long as you get one that's non-stick, you should be fine without even spraying. So it looks like the 30-minute mark at 350 is probably going to suffice. So I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to check them. They should be ready to pull out. Once I pull them out, what I do is I like to let them sit for a minute or so, a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, let them cool down. But I immediately drain all the water to get all the excess fat and everything off into the sink. As you can see, I'm already cleaning up, so I don't have any more dishes. I do need to put some away though. And then just dump it down the garbage disposal. And then once they cool off completely, if you're doing a burger that's not as low fat, you're gonna have a lot more fat. And if you let them sit there, if you don't have time to get to them right away, what you can do that I've done before is to simply rinse them off in the sink after they cool off with some cold, warm water to get all the excess fat off before you put them in these containers. Once I put them in these containers, depending on how many meals you're going to have a day, normally you're probably going to do 3 to 4 meals a day depending on what your goals are. But I put what I'm going to have tomorrow in the refrigerator now, the rest. So I'll put 2 in here for tomorrow. The other 4 will go into the freezer. And then what I do is I will pull them out of the freezer and put them into my refrigerator the next day, the night before, and they'll be ready to go for the next day to keep them as fresh as possible. I hope you guys liked this video so far. In the description, I will post the calorie for each meal breakdown of how many calories and the macros with the protein, fat, and carbs, as well as the products that I used, which is Butterball ground turkey, Bird's Eye shredded Brussels sprouts, and the seasonings. Like I said, you can use whatever you want. These are some of the ones I have. If you want to add additional things, you can, but just be mindful, depending on your fitness, health, nutrition goals, the more you add. Seasonings, not so much, but if you're adding even an onion, I think 1 onion is 45 calories. So calories do add up, and in order to get into a good habit, especially when you're new to eating healthy and or cooking, meal prepping, is to really watch and document everything. So you can start off simple and see how your body reacts based on the calories you're taking in. And then if you're leaning out or whatnot, or maybe and feel like you can add some more calories in, then simply next time, grab an onion, dice her up, and add her to the mix, or whatever else you may want. Some butter. I mean, I do a lot of different marinades. You know, you can add eggs, which these are some egg whites or egg yolks. I don't waste them because I use those for baking as well as cooking. So you can even add an egg or so to your mix and have your burgers taste even that more flavorful. But again, be mindful to what all you're adding. And that's the great thing about meal prepping and doing this yourself is you know exactly what you're getting. All you have to do is look at the ingredients and add up the calories. Like I said, I'm a natural bodybuilder. Getting ready to do my first show actually, but I've been weightlifting for about almost 20 years now, as I'll be 40 here in a few weeks. And it wasn't until actually this year when I decided I wanted to be in the best shape of my life for my 40th birthday. That I started actually taking nutrition seriously. So just like anything else, the example I like to use, I had a Jeep diesel, and from the moment I bought it, I even asked the guy at the dealership, I'm like, what happens if I put, you know, unleaded fuel in this thing on accident? Because, I mean, I've never had a diesel before. And he's like, you won't. I'm like, why you say that? He's like, because if you do, it's not going to run. So, I mean, that right there was like, crap, I need to, you know, pay attention. So, your body's no different. Garbage in, garbage out. So, yes, it might be a little bit more expensive depending on, you know, what you're cooking, but you don't have to start out with the best, the leanest, or organic food. You can start out slowly and then taper and cut things out here and there. But by documenting, that's how you're going to really see how your body reacts, because the only true way to gain healthy weight and or lose healthy weight is by having a calorie is it counting your macros and having a surplus in calories or a deficit. So, you know, for about every pound of body mass that you want to gain or lose per week, you need to be in a 500 calorie surplus for the gain a pound and 500 calorie deficit to lose a pound. And that's recommended healthy to all the people I train and or help. I don't recommend anything other than that. But what I will say is if you are on the heavier side or new starting out until you lose some weight, let me check these burgers real quick. And actually they're still not 165. So it's been 30 minutes. So it might actually take about 40 minutes. So I'm gonna set my timer for 10 more minutes. But as I was stating, nutrition is key. Like I said, I've been weightlifting for almost 20 years, just now getting into natural bodybuilding. Not that I couldn't do it before, but I didn't feel like I was in the best shape until I really dialed in my nutrition. And by doing that, and, you know, not only do you save money by not going out to eat all the time, but you also save the headache and whatnot of wondering what you're getting and trying to guess on, you know, what you're going to eat from day to day and what's going to work and what's not going to work. Now, that's not saying that you can't still go out and enjoy yourself. But once you start tracking your calories, that's going to enable you to really know exactly what you need for your body. And as I post more videos, I will give you some more tidbits on, you know, how many calories you need based on your body weight and so on and so forth. And you can also always message me, and I can help you out as well. I just started my LLC this year, and I'm not even looking to try to make money right now. My main focus is to master the skill of nutrition so that not only can I continue to help me and be successful as a natural bodybuilder, but be able to help each and every one of you and know that regardless if you take my advice or pay me one day for a meal plan or an exercise plan or some one-on-one coaching, that I know and I feel confident that I have the knowledge and information needed to get you the results you want. Now, whether you take that advice and you run with it, that's up to you, because you can drag a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. And goes the same thing with us. And fitness and nutrition go hand in hand, but I'm going to tell you, this is 90% of it. I've worked out a whole lot less since getting back in the gym in February this year. And I'll put my Instagram down in here as well. You can follow me on there and on TikTok, Snapchat. But if you see where I was to where I am now, you'll see how important nutrition is and what I mean. But this is just about it. Like I said, I'm going to check the burgers again in about 5 to 6 minutes, or until they're 165 degrees. I will link everything in the comment section or in the description section for you guys. I hope you enjoy the video. If it was educational, helpful to you, please like, share, subscribe. Share your meal prepping if you use my advice on one of my streams or on here. Comment. I'm only one person, and I'm busting my tail trying to get ready for a bodybuilding show myself. So another reason why I don't have time to try to charge people, because I need to focus on me, and it's not fair to try to get money out of other people when I don't have the time right now to give them the one-on-one attention I need, which is why I'm just helping you guys as I'm teaching myself right now. So again, thank you all. Hopefully I can get some of you to start following me, support me, and I look forward to helping and supporting all of you.